There's a quiet shift happening in the way people communicate at work, in classrooms, and even in content creation. Long emails are being replaced by short videos. Confusing instructions are being replaced by clear screen walkthroughs. Meetings are being replaced by asynchronous recordings that people can watch on their own time. And at the center of this shift sit two tools competing for attention: Loom and ScreenPal. On the surface, both promise the same thing: simple screen recording made easy. But once you go deeper, the difference between them isn't just about features. It's about style, speed, control, and the kind of experience you want to create for your audience. Loom built its reputation on one idea: remove friction from communication. The moment you open Loom, it feels fast. Click record, choose screen, choose camera, start talking, that's it. The interface feels lightweight, modern, and designed for people who don't want to think about settings. You hit stop, the video uploads automatically, and a shareable link appears in seconds. No exporting. No file management. No confusion. This simplicity is why Loom became a favorite in startups, remote teams, product demos, customer support, onboarding, and internal communication. It turns recording into a habit instead of a task. ScreenPal, on the other hand, approaches screen recording from a different mindset. It doesn't assume users only want speed. It assumes they want control. Formerly known as Screencast-O-Matic, ScreenPal evolved into a full video creation toolkit. Recording is just the beginning. You can edit deeply, add layers, control audio tracks, insert transitions, blur sensitive areas, zoom dynamically, and refine videos until they feel polished. Where Loom feels like press record and go, ScreenPal feels like create something crafted. It's less about instant sharing and more about intentional production. The recording experience alone reveals the personality of each platform. Loom is designed for speed. Its recorder launches instantly. You can capture your screen, your camera, or both. The controls are minimal, which reduces hesitation. That matters more than people realize. When recording feels heavy, users procrastinate. When it feels effortless, they communicate more. Loom understands that psychology. ScreenPal's recorder offers more configuration options. You can adjust frame rates, resolution, audio inputs, cursor effects, and more. That's a gift for educators, YouTubers, and creators who care about technical precision, but it also introduces complexity that casual users might find overwhelming. Editing is where ScreenPal truly separates itself. Loom offers basic trimming, simple cuts, and light editing tools. Enough to clean up mistakes, but not enough to sculpt a video creatively. That's intentional. Loom doesn't want you spending 30 minutes editing a 2-minute update. It wants communication to stay fast and authentic. ScreenPal gives you a timeline editor with real power. You can cut multiple segments, add music, overlay text, insert callouts, use green screen effects, and create content that looks like it came from a professional studio. For teachers building lessons, marketers creating tutorials, or creators building monetized content, this difference is enormous. The sharing experience is another key battleground. Loom is built around instant sharing. Every video is hosted in the cloud. You get a link automatically. Viewers can watch without downloading anything. They can react with emojis. They can leave comments tied to specific timestamps. You can see who watched your video and how much they watched. That feedback loop turns Loom videos into living communication assets rather than static files. ScreenPal supports cloud hosting too, but it also strongly supports local workflows. You can export files in multiple formats, upload them wherever you want, and keep full control over distribution. For organizations with strict privacy policies or creators who prefer owning their content, that flexibility matters. Audience interaction is where Loom feels more social. Comments, reactions, viewer analytics, and engagement features are baked directly into the experience. It feels like sending a message rather than delivering a file. ScreenPal focuses less on social engagement and more on production quality. It assumes your video will live on YouTube, in a learning management system, on a website, or inside a course. The tool doesn't try to become the platform. It tries to make your content better before it reaches its platform. Pricing also tells a story about who each tool is built for. Loom's free version is designed to hook individuals and small teams quickly. It limits recording length, but keeps the experience premium. Paid plans unlock longer recordings, advanced privacy, and better analytics. ScreenPal offers a very affordable pricing structure for the depth it provides, especially for educators and individual creators. Its paid tiers unlock advanced editing tools that would cost far more in traditional video software. Value-wise, ScreenPal punches above its weight if you care about editing power. Use cases reveal the real winners. Loom dominates in async workplace communication. Managers use it for updates. Designers use it for feedback. Developers use it for walkthroughs. Customer success teams use it for personalized responses. It shines in moments where speed, personality, and clarity matter more than polish. ScreenPal thrives in education, training, and content creation. Teachers use it to build structured lessons. Coaches use it for course material. YouTubers use it to produce refined tutorials. Businesses use it to create evergreen training libraries. It excels when the video needs to represent long-term value, not just quick communication. The psychological impact on the speaker is subtle but powerful. Loom encourages authenticity. People speak more naturally because they know perfection isn't expected. That often leads to clearer communication and stronger connection. ScreenPal encourages craftsmanship. Creators think more carefully about pacing, visuals, and structure because they know they can refine the result. That leads to higher production quality but also higher effort. Neither is wrong. They simply support different creative behaviors. Another overlooked difference is workflow philosophy. Loom assumes video is a replacement for conversation. It fits into your daily rhythm like sending a voice note. You don't produce a Loom, you just record one. ScreenPal assumes video is content. You plan it, record it, edit it, polish it, and publish it. That distinction matters. One supports communication. The other supports creation. Some users need both, but most lean naturally toward one style. Performance and reliability also play roles. Loom's cloud-first approach means uploads are usually smooth, playback is optimized, and access is simple. But it also means you rely heavily on their servers and internet stability. ScreenPal's local-first flexibility means you can work offline, edit locally, and store files independently. That can be critical in environments with connectivity issues or strict data requirements. So which one is better? The honest answer is the one that matches your intent. If the goal is faster communication, fewer meetings, clearer feedback, and more human connection in remote environments, Loom is exceptionally hard to beat. If the goal is creating high-quality instructional videos, tutorials, online courses, or monetized content, ScreenPal offers depth that Loom simply isn't designed to compete with. The real mistake isn't choosing the wrong tool. The real mistake is using the wrong mindset. People try to use Loom like a video editor and get frustrated. Others try to use ScreenPal like a messaging tool and feel slowed down. When used correctly, both tools feel powerful. When misused, both feel disappointing. Understanding their strengths is the difference between frustration and flow. If this breakdown helped clarify the difference, share it with someone who's struggling to choose the right screen recording tool. And follow for more deep dives into the platforms, technologies, and digital tools quietly shaping how the world communicates every day.